45 billion naira. If you look at the primary indicators, trading transactions, a total of 26 deals in one single day, but the volume was surprising because that was just 281,000 units. And the market, investors were bullish on this particular small market, 3.4% gain on the NESD over-the-counter USI. And this is where we're bringing the conversation up with the fixed income. Very quickly, look at the FMDQ OTC Treasury bills. 330. Can you believe that? That's the bottom page there. 330.1 billion naira yesterday. 1,207 transactions. And you know where the news is. If you know the market, you know what you can see what I'm looking. You can see what I'm seeing, isn't it? Look at that. The second line, the Treasury bills maturing 22nd of February this year. That is maturing in the next 22 days. The yield went down to single digits, 9.95%. That is big news. And I'm taking that news right away to Ayodeji Ebo, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer at Afrinvest Securities, to put some flesh on this for us. Ayo is joining us from downtown Lagos. Ayodeji, good morning, and it's good to have you spend a few minutes with us.
Yeah, good morning, Boasin.
We appreciate your executive time. I'm sure you're watching, you have your TV set on, and of course you know the numbers. Yesterday we're going to talk about the result of the Treasury bills market, but via the FMDQ yesterday, that was quite massive, 330 billion on a secondary window, and I'm seeing a single digit there for Treasuries maturing 22nd of this new month of February.
Yes, interesting. Most times when towards the end of the market, you always see a lot of activity towards the end of the month, rather. So part of what may be attributable to the significant activity and volume recorded on the FMDQ platform yesterday, be as a result of maybe realignment of portfolio towards the end of the month. And as a result, we saw increased activity in the shorter end of the curve, thereby leading to a reduction in the yield. Like you earlier mentioned, the 22 February instrument now within the single-digit levels. So it's as a result of end-of-month activity that led to that significant jump in volume that we saw yesterday in the market.
Yes, we arrived at that number, yes. But again, it was the day that we had a result of that Treasury auctions. But today we have some rebalancing, which the central bank does every Thursday with a repayment of mature treasuries. And you pushed that out yesterday on your Twitter handle, the result of that. Speak to that table for us.
Yes, we saw improved interest in the primary market option yesterday, and you saw the 364-day instrument moderated slightly from the previous top rate of 13.79 to 13.7% yesterday. You also saw the medium-term instrument also moderated from the 13.7 at the last auction to about 13.65, while the short-term instrument, 91-day, closed at 12% yesterday. But something interesting about this table is that you see in terms of the offer, the allotment, there was the DMO did not, the CBN did not over allot yesterday. They were based on the offerings that they match exactly, which further aligns with government ability not to be aggressive in terms of domestic borrowing this year. So we've not seen, in terms of subscription, we saw over 278 million in terms of billion rather in terms of subscription yesterday. However, the CBN allotted just the amount that was on offer,
yes, showing
that they are not too aggressive in terms of borrowing,
yes,
and they've done in terms of their planning, so they are working according to the calendar.
Yes, so if we put all of this together and we're saying, well, welcome to a brand new month, what does this tell us about what the likely MPC sentiments will be when the meeting that we missed in January will definitely at least take place this new month. We're all looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think if we still look at where the current yield, the current average yield is for the sovereign bond, currently around the average of 13.5%. When you benchmark that to the inflation rate, which is significantly higher than the yield. So for the CBN, at the next MPC meeting, we do not see any cuts in the MPR, though the CBN governor has been, in terms of, have been trying to point to a reduction in MPR. But we feel that because of also the offshore interest, the CBN will still be very careful. If anything at all will be done based on just political sentiment, maybe towards the end of the year. But based on current average yields in terms of bonds and treasury bills, we don't foresee any cuts in the next meeting. That is if they're able to also form a quorum at the next meeting. That's on the back of the approval of the Senate on the new appointees to join the committee. So we don't expect that the MPC will cut rates. Part of what we also expect, you see, based on the bond calendar that has been published, the 20-year paper has been dropped, introducing a 10-year paper, showing that government is trying as much as possible to restructure. Based on the news from the DMO, the issue of about 2.5 billion euro bond in this quarter would also reduce the government's appetite to raise debt locally.
I respectfully say a very big thank you and welcome to a brand new month. Well, now we need to take a break. Thank you very much, and we'll have more conversations with you in the days ahead from Afrinvest, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. We'll take a break, and when we come back, I've been taking some lessons in blockchain and cryptocurrency. I'm not investing, mark you, so let's come back.